Hey everyone, welcome back to PokeMarketLab. I'm going to go through today and tell you what I bought this past January 2025. Some of this is a little spillover from December because I haven't done this video yet, and some of this stuff hasn't necessarily gotten into my hands, but this is what I clicked buy on for most of January 2025. With that, let's get into it. First things first, Silver Tempest. If you don't know, Silver Tempest is pumping pretty hard right now. Booster box is sitting right about $240. This is the last booster box set from the Sword and Shield era. I loaded up on booster boxes a while ago at sub $100 level, and I've kind of just let those ride since. I was tempted. I picked up a couple of booster bundles, nothing crazy, just a couple of these here, really because I just wanted, it was almost a little bit of FOMO. Even PokeMarketLab gets a little FOMO once in a while. I just want a little more hit of Silver Tempest here before it gets completely out of my price range. Really, really solid set. Booster bundles store extremely well, almost as well as booster boxes, and it's just a nice little way to get a little bit more exposure to a set. Booster bundles are certainly, market-wide doing really, really well. The market's definitely voted positive on them overall. So just a couple of these just came in today, actually. Let's actually go back here. I need to talk about price. So I got these at $37 each, and that's about 7% under market. So again, nothing crazy here, just a little bit. I've even, how it is today. MSRP is the discount. So I was happy to get these at what I got them for. All right, on to the Crown Zenith Sea and Sky Premium Collection. I talked about this in our Crown Zenith video yesterday. Or previously. This is probably one of the last opportunities we're going to have to get Crown Zenith at a decent price. I think these are just about done at Sam's Club here. I got 3 of these at $47 each. That's about 45% under market price for these. This was a great, cheap way to pick up Crown Zenith. Hopefully you had a chance to grab some. I tend not to tell people to go out and just pay market price for things. Get some Crown Zenith if you don't have it, whether that's booster bundles, anything. The market's caught on to how fantastic a set Crown Zenith is. It is a much better opening experience than Prismatic, I will tell you that. It has a lot more nostalgia associated with it. So get some exposure to Crown Zenith in one way, shape, or form. Look at the per pack price. Whatever it is, go for it. Don't wait, because we're likely not to see much more MSRP Crown Zenith again, and I don't want you to miss your opportunity. It's a fantastic set. It's going to keep running up from here. On to Journey Together. So I was lucky enough to snag 2 Journey Together Pokemon Center ETBs at $60 a pop. So that's about 50% under market right now. The market's putting a fairly large premium on the Journey Together PC ETB, specifically because of the history of the Pokemon Center ETBs. And that Ends Zorua is I think it's a pretty cute Pokemon Center stamped card that's going to be in there. So I think these are going to do pretty well. These are probably going to outperform the booster boxes, to be honest with you. I think the set overall is just looking kind of mid, if I'll be honest. I did a video about that. But my consensus right now on Pokemon Center ETB is picking up 2 per set, almost regardless of the set. At that point, typically we don't have much information at the set when we get the pre-order come up. And regardless of the card, I think they're good pickups moving forward. They're a de facto collector's box at this point. Speaking of Journey Together, I did snag 2 booster boxes at $160, which is about 16% under market. So again, going back to the Pokemon Center ETB, the market's putting a large premium on that. And I think that's probably going to outperform Journey Together booster boxes. We are getting the box topper on Journey Together. Part of me thinks they did the box topper in North America specifically because they think the set is weak and they know it's weak. It's okay. I don't want to call it weak. It's an okay set. It's something maybe I have to warm up to, but I vote with my money, right? And I only get 2 boxes, 160. I could have bought more. I'm okay with the 2 boxes. I typically will get 2 to 3 booster boxes per set. If I really love the set, I'll deploy extra capital trying to snag some. But this, to me, I'm certainly not chasing the $200 price point. I think the market's going to come back down to earth here around the $160 price point. And I think that I would urge anyone out there who's considering Journey Together to hold out for 160. I don't think this is not a Prismatic Evolutions set here where you have to get in. The previews look fantastic. If you're not getting knocked over by the previews, then I would stick to that line in the sand of $160 at MSRP price, which is what I got here. So I think I'm happy with my Pokemon Center ETBs. And I think I'm happy with the 2 booster boxes at this point. All right, Prismatic Evolutions. Most of the stuff was ordered online in December. I was again lucky enough to get 3 Prismatic Evolutions PC ETBs at the $60 price point. That's from Pokemon Center. These are still sealed. These are 76% under market. I might take one off the table just to free up some capital for Team Rocket. We'll see. These are going to do fantastic long term. These will certainly do better than regular ETBs long term. That EV is phenomenal. It's just, yeah, it's a perfect storm for a Pokemon Center Elite Trainer box. If you have, they're rare as it is, they're coveted as it is. People like the stamp promo. If the stamp promo is cute, is adorable, is a good card, it's going to go through the roof. So these long term will, I think these are sitting right about 240, maybe 250 on the market. I think these are going to do very well. This will easily be a $500 box at some point in the future. So I'm very happy with my 3. And I think this is last but not least here, Prismatic Evolutions ETBs. I got 13 of these at an average of about $48 each. This was 56% under market right now. None of these are from stores. I almost never buy anything in retail unless it's an opportunity thing. I bought these. So I'll kind of give you a little history of Prismatic. So when the first releases, when we started to get some of the first previews, I was like, yeah, this looks really good. This looks really good. And so what I typically do, again, I'll buy on a specialty set like this, I'll buy maybe 2, maybe 4 ETBs pre-order, typically through a couple sources, one of them being retail. I do have a little bit of I got a kind of a hookup with distribution. I'll get a box here or two. It's nothing I can't buy case after case or anything like that. But when I saw the previews for this, I'm like, yeah, that looks good to me. I'm gonna back the truck up. So I loaded up pretty heavily before the market really took notice of this. Remember, this is kind of when this happened, we were still on the cusp of Surging Sparks coming out. So the market hadn't gone nuts. The market wasn't like voting and the market wasn't saying, hey, I'll pay whatever for any box, regardless of what it is. Like we're kind of in today with like Journey Together. Was not like that. So I kind of hopped in there. Again, I'm not some super smart guy. I don't have these super cool connections or anything like that. None of that. I just saw the writing on the wall and was like, you know what? I'm gonna go in on these. Specialty sets like that. I mean, Paladin Fates was an awesome specialty set. I voted with my wallet and I got lucky on it. I opened 2 of these. I should not have. It was not a fun experience. We'll put it that way. And I'll talk about that in a separate video regarding Prismatic, but I pulled, I can't remember the name of the card. It was a $50 SIR, nothing fantastic. Which is like, hey, I pulled a $50 SIR. You'd be happy to do that with any box, right? But you're opening 100 boxes you could have sold for $110 each, and you pull a $50 card. Feels bad. So I'll be honest. So I think there is an existential issue with Prismatic Evolutions right now, long term. So I might consider liquidating a couple of boxes just to freeing up a little bit of capital while I can in the market. Again, I'm a long-term investor, but if I got this kind of quantity, if I can sell enough product where the revenue, the liquidation plus profit from that covers everything else I own in that set, that's an ideal situation. So that means I still have exposure. I'll still have quite a few boxes left, but I'll free up some capital again for maybe to deploy on something like a Team Rocket if I have an opportunity to do so. I always want to make sure I have capital sitting in the wings to deploy if I can. I don't have a ton of free capital. You can see I'm not buying I'm not buying case after case after case. I'm not a Rudy or anything like that, right? It's just a little bit of money here or there that I'm bringing to bear from my personal investing side or stuff I'm liquidating from the hobby side, from the investing side. So I have to consider that when I'm making purchases. I won't always want to have some money waiting in the wings for any opportunities that present themselves. Those opportunities aren't so great these days because it's really MSRP or bust, or you're paying above MSRP, but I like to have a little bit of money freed up. So I might do that with this, but I'll always have, I would say on this one, at least 6 boxes to carry long term. Again, I think it's going to do well long term. I'm concerned that we're not going to have that nostalgia associated with this set. It's just, again, it's an existential crisis. So that's what I bought in January. I don't think I'm missing anything. I did buy a few singles here, but it wasn't anything crazy. If I do a big haul, I'll kind of go through those, but that was really it from a sealed standpoint. We'll do this again in February here and see what kind of good stuff we're getting. So that's it for now. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and like and subscribe if you like what we're doing. PokeMarketLab out.